Hello and welcome to episode 79 of Dorki's Entropia Universe report. Today's episode will feature a short tour of what is the coolest apartment within Entropia Universe that I have seen up to date. It is the Unit A on the 4th floor of the U Apartments building. This apartment is owned by Tihkal LSD and it is open for the public to visit. I was told about this place by Forgo, who thought I would enjoy one particular scene found within. Please try guessing what that was in the comments below. Anyway, Forgo was right. I loved that particular art installation and I loved the entire apartment. There is a cozy little fireplace in the living room right next to a bar staffed by two mannequins. I already fell in love with the place at this point and could imagine living here, although the open fire seems to be a bit of a safety hazard with all the wooden furniture so close to it. I hope there are some hidden sprinklers on the ceiling above it just in case the flames get out of hand. Kitchen has everything a proper kitchen needs, like a fridge to hold all the beer and full staff of robots and hookers. There are many lovely paintings on the walls and most importantly, there is a green alien head mask on the shelf in the bedroom for those random outbursts of kinky fun many of us enjoy. After all, who does not enjoy role-playing an alien probe enthusiast from time to time, right? And finally, there is what I would probably dub a chill-out room with a nice little art installation of a vampire chick helping a greedy little vixen smoke some zombie weed. And of course, there is also a table where you can put down your laptop, playing random sitcoms while you roll a fat one and enjoy it on a slow Sunday afternoon. I hope you enjoyed the tour of Tihkal's apartment as much as I did. I found the place really cool and wanted to share the experience with all of you as an introduction to today's episode. Thanks to Forgo for telling me about this cozy little apartment and also for selling fairly priced D-class amps in his Zombie Arms shop here on Rocktropia. And while we are talking about those D-class amps, I did a fair bit of mining with them over the last week. I was not doing it in my usual hardcore mining mode, since I mined through all my liquid pad in a single afternoon and there was nothing I could dump into the trade terminal to free up more money for amps and probes, as more than 95% of my return was in alternative rock and it is a bit difficult to sell at a decent price on Rocktropia. So I stashed it in storage and only did an occasional 1 amp mining run throughout the rest of the week whenever I happened to free up enough money for the mining run. I spent rest of the time just standing around next to a crafting machine, like an erect member. Skilling is slow as poop for me in mining and crafting, so I did not hit any new total skill or level up milestones this week, although I did raise my total skill by about 300 to 400 points. When it comes to balancing the books, I lost few hundred pad this week, mainly because I clicked some explore recycle blueprints and it did not go well. Profits from mining and small-scale AFK crafting could not make up for such a blunder. I decided I will not click such expensive blueprints again for a long time. I'll rather stick to the small stuff that works for me and to mining, which also tends to work for me outside of those dry periods when loot sucks donkey farts. That sometimes happens in every one of the 3 basic professions, and to be honest, mining seems to be the worst one when that sort of a dry spell hits the fan. By the way, I did a bit of mining in Hell, but most of my mining was done planetside on Rocktropia. Hell was hell, and I got violated by a huge spiked tree down there. But surprisingly, the planetside mining gave me my losses back and pushed me into a small profit after markup. Most of the footage in today's episode is from the Hell mining though. I deleted most of my planetside footage because nothing happened for the most part. I only kept the 2 globals and 1 small HOF that I got. However, I will use those in some future episode, since there are always some swirls when mining in Hell with the D-class amps, and I might need some exciting footage in future episodes when the week's loot ends up being shit. Anyway, almost every single indoor claim with a D-class amp is a global. I did notice that I sometimes get size 12 claims in Hell with it though. I have had that happen to me once or twice on Monria too, but other than that, these smaller than usual claims seem to be mostly contained to Hell. Of course, only as long as we are talking about the indoor mining. Smallest ore claim I found with a D-class amp planetside is size 7, but most claims should be size 8 or 9. If you happen to be mining with a D-class amp planetside and you are getting lots of 7s and 8s, and very few 9s or bigger, it is probably better to take a break and wait for the loot to get better before you continue mining. Although I am mostly speaking about ore claims, it might be slightly different for emitters and treasures. Anyway, let's go over the deed and share payouts for the week now. I will start with the Arcadian deeds. The Arcadia Underground deeds paid out 7 times during the week from Monday 23rd to Monday 30th of November. So they paid out every single day this last week since I count the Mondays into the current episode, with the reasoning behind it being that the Monday payout is the revenue collected over Sunday. Anyway, the AUD payouts were quite nice this week. 6 out of the 7 payouts were for 2 peg per deed, and 1 payout provided 3 peg per deed for a combined total of 15 peg per deed. The prices of AUDs seem to be up to about 90 peg per deed. I think this is a bit too high, even if they do pay fairly well most weeks. Arcadia Moon deeds performed better than usual too. There were 3 payouts, 2 of them for 1 peg per deed, and 1 for 2 peg per deed for a combined total of 4 peg per deed for the week. I guess when I put it like this, they still look, smell and feel like a wet fart considering the original sale price of 60 ped. They are not tradable yet, so the new market price is yet unknown. But I cannot imagine there will be many people willing to buy them at the original asking price or higher with such poor payouts. Anyway, I heard that there is supposed to be a version update on 1st of December and that Moon deeds will be made tradable then. But there was no official post about any version update yet on the forums at the time I was writing my script for today's episode. Maybe there will be one by the time I am done editing and uploading the video. Either way, there should be an update in December and Arcadia Moon deeds should become tradable afterwards. I know many of you are eager to be able to sell your stacks of moon deeds, and that there are probably some of you who, just like me, are hoping to snatch a few of those deeds at a deep discount the moment some desperate person lowballs the price on auction just to get rid of them quickly. When it comes to the shares, Crystal Palace shares provided 2 peg per share payout like they usually do. I guess this is nothing special in either the positive or the negative way. Their price stayed below 19 peg over the week, and the cheapest stack this morning was priced at 18 peg and 83 peg, with a much larger stack being sold at just 1 peg higher than that. Ancient Greece shares surprised me quite a bit. I was hoping for a payout this week, but I was not really expecting one. So their 1 peg per share payout came as a very pleasant surprise today. This time they only skipped 1 week. I certainly would not mind it if they kept paying out like this and slowly got better over time. However, just like I doubted their viability in the past, I still do so. That does not stop me from buying up a few Ancient Greece shares on the cheap every once in a while though. I had 125 shares this morning and I bought the cheapest stack available this morning at 8 peg and 86 peg. I bought all 20 shares, but did not sink any more money than that into them. But there were still multiple smallish stacks priced at less than 9 peg available for purchase. Anyway, this is one of those cases when the investment has some potential, but is way too risky for me to dump my entire in-game cash reserve into. So I just buy up a few shares every once in a while when I can afford to spare the money. I view it as an extremely long-term cash storage that might go either way. Hopefully it will make me some money, but if it does not, then the loss should not be too brutal, especially if I buy most of my shares at less than 10 peg a pop. Either way, I now own 145 Ancient Greece shares. To conclude, I was at a loss overall this week, mainly thanks to some poorly timed clicks on the Explore Recycle blueprints. Mining and cheap crafting was fine, but insufficient to plug the continent-sized hole left by the recycle gamble. Although I guess that what I call a continent-sized hole is mere chump change for many other people. Whatever the case, when compared to natural disasters, I would equate this to a small earthquake. Any damage taken can and most likely will be repaired in the coming couple weeks. The week was slow on the skilling side of things, because I mostly did activities that increase my skills slowly. Both cheap Explo 1 crafting and mining skill up slow as poop for me. Heck, my mining skills would probably move rather slowly even if I went mental with the level 13 amps again. But I am doing a good job staying away from them nowadays. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought of the apartment I visited in today's episode in the comments below. Also, let me know any of your Entropia Universe related thoughts, and please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I hope you will have a pleasant day today, and thank you.